Love Island USA ends with a franchise first. Here's how it got there. After the finale, here are the big moments and takeaways for the 7th season of the show. After a dramatic 6 weeks of Love Island USA that generated constant headlines and social media controversy, the 7th season wrapped up on Sunday night with a lukewarm outlook on love. The show was a pop culture constant this summer, with Peacock airing 6 new episodes per week. It became one of the most streamed programs, and its popularity was also reflected in the millions of votes that viewers cast to try to keep their favorite islanders in the villa on the Pacific island of Fiji. Just because the season is wrapped doesn't mean that Love Island will be off our screens for long. Far from it. The show's host, Ariana Madix, will be joined by Andy Cohen for a reunion special on August 25th. And on September 16th, Peacock will begin airing Love Island Games, a spin-off coming back for its 2nd season. It features contestants from different iterations of the show, US, UK, Australia and others, as they compete in challenges while also trying to date. After the finale, here are the big moments and takeaways for the show's 7th season. A finale usually celebrating love instead featured a breakup. Though Love Island seasons are often unpredictable, finales always tend to follow a set formula. The 4 final couples go on elaborate dates, film slow-motion makeout scenes, and talk about how they will approach their relationship outside the villa. And then, based on viewer votes, a winning couple is crowned. On Sunday night's finale, most things went according to that blueprint, until the date between Huda Mustafa, 24, and Chris Seeley, 27. Instead of sharing kind words and dreaming about the future, they broke up and decided to go no contact after leaving the villa, a franchise first. While other couples literally rode off into the sunset, Mustafa downed a glass of champagne before walking away from dinner by herself. In the past, couples have broken up shortly after the finale wrapped but never during. Because fans' votes were locked in before the finale, the non-couple of Mustafa and Seeley took home 3rd place, ahead of Iris Kendall and Pepe Garcia. In the end, Amaya and Bryan Arenales, fan favorites, and the only committed couple left in the villa, were crowned the winners. Nick Van Steenberga and Olandria Carthen, who had a Friends to Lovers arc heavily supported on social media and who had only recently coupled up, were the runners-up. 2 contestants were sent home when old social media posts using racial slurs resurfaced. It was just days before the premiere of the 7th season, and Peacock was already dealing with a public relations nightmare. Videos dug up by online sleuths and then reported by TMZ showed one of the contestants who had just entered the villa. Yulisa Escobar, 27, a Cuban-American woman from Miami, using a racial slur on a podcast. Because of the few days' delay between filming the episode and airing it, viewers were already vowing to vote Escobar off the show as soon as they could. They never had the chance, though. About 18 minutes into the 2nd episode, the narrator, Ian Sterling, announced to viewers, "Yulisa has left the villa." After her elimination from the show, she posted on Instagram to apologize for using a word I had no right in using. She wasn't the only one to leave because of resurfaced social media posts. In early July, screenshots went viral of Sierra Ortega, 25, a content creator from Arizona who is of Mexican and Puerto Rican descent, using an anti-Asian slur while describing her appearance and why she was getting Botox in a 2023 Instagram story. She had also used the same slur as the caption in a 2015 post. On social media, viewers were quick to call for her to be kicked off the show, arguing that it would be hypocritical to remove Escobar from the villa but allow Ortega to stay. During the July 6th episode, Sterling again spoke to viewers and said, "Sierra has left the villa due to a personal situation." A few days after arriving back in the United States, Ortega posted a video on Instagram in which she was wearing a sweatshirt with the word empathy emblazoned across the chest. She said, "I was very naively using an incredibly offensive and derogatory term," adding, "I want to first start by addressing not just anyone that I have hurt or deeply offended, but most importantly the Asian community." Mental health and online harassment became major subplots. For a show featuring young people plucked from obscurity and thrust into the spotlight, maybe it's not surprising that the generation-defining topics of mental health and online harassment played such a large role. The week before the finale, on Aftersun, a weekly recap show, Maddox, the host, shared her frustration, saying, "It blows my mind that again I have to say not to harass the Islanders on the internet. And I don't understand why week after week we have to keep saying, 'Don't do that,'" she added. Maddox had previously spoken directly to viewers. "Don't be contacting people's families. Don't be going on the Islanders' pages and saying rude things." On the June 24th episode, a disclaimer at the beginning warned against cyberbullying. The keyword in Love Island is love. We love our fans. We love our Islanders. We don't love cyberbullying, harassment, or hate. A similar message was shared across Love Island social media accounts. This season, backlash initially seemed specifically targeted toward one contestant, Mustafa, a mother from North Carolina who at first was coupled up with Jeremiah Brown, a fellow Islander. The two had a tumultuous relationship, and an argument prompted concern from both viewers and Islanders who worried for her safety and the safety of the others in the villa. Noah Schelline, the father of Mustafa's 4-year-old daughter, posted a TikTok story that read, "At the end of the day, I hope everyone remembers we're human. Her going on that show to find love, or whatever you think it was she's doing, remember she's still human, she has a daughter and a life." In the Instagram video posted by Ortega, she shared a similar sentiment. "What's been extremely difficult is the way people are approaching my family and my loved ones. They have had IC called on them. My family doesn't feel safe in their own home. I am receiving death threats." She added, "There's no need to fight hate with hate. I don't think that's justice." ITV America, the production company behind the show, shared via email a list of resources it provides contestants, including an on-site psychologist while filming and mandated check-ins with that same psychologist after they leave the villa. Image. The season provided an illuminating look at trends and terms in Gen Z dating. If you want an unvarnished look at what dating is like for Gen Z, you could do worse than this season of Love Island. All of the cast members, except Zach Srakaw, who was quickly eliminated, were under 28 years old and hesitated to commit to one connection. The lack of commitment but increased physical intimacy exhibited by the Islanders seemed to be incompatible with the typical process of the show, where the goal is to couple up, stay coupled, test the connection, and then emerge with a strong relationship. Because of this, certain Love Island hallmarks, Casa Amor, frequent recouplings, or access to the hideaway were ditched or modified. This was the first season I had really clocked them talking about things like being a lover girl, or being in my feminine, or being in my masculine, or letting him lead, said Rebecca Jennings, the author of Be the Bombshell, What Love Island Teaches Us About Dating. Those kinds of terms that you hear a lot on TikTok, and among kind of people speaking to Gen Z about dating. Before Ortega was sent home, she and Van Steenbergen were briefly closed off. A Love Island, specific vernacular that means exclusively together but only in the villa. But as the finale loomed, no other couple still on the show had made that commitment. I think the contestants' refusal to really define what they're even doing is so indicative of how a lot of young people are dating, Jennings added. You can kind of be in a talking stage for, 6 months. You can be in a situationship for years. With 2 episodes left until the finale, another couple, Ace Green and Shelley Besant, became exclusive but then were dumped from the villa the next day. The day before the finale, Espinal and Arenalas also committed. But the other 3 couples who made it to the finale never defined their relationships. Love Island USA crowns Amaya and Bryan as winning couple of show's tumultuous 7th season. Love Island USA culminated a tumultuous summer full of explosive breakups and shock exits in its season finale Sunday. A public vote crowned Amaya Espinal, 25, and Bryan Arenalas, 28, as the winning couple of its 7th season. The Peacock reality series has had a chart-topping run since the season premiered on June 3rd. Love Island brings young singles together in a remote villa in Fiji to explore connections with the ultimate goal of finding love. Espinal and Arenalas formed a connection late in the season, bonding over their shared Latino culture. Espinal, a New York City native, is Dominican, and Arenales is of Puerto Rican and Guatemalan descent, according to his Instagram page. I often said how much I wanted to provide that safe place here for you, but little did I know that you would do that for me too. Arenales said during his final speech before the winners were announced. You said I was the water to your fire, but you are my peace to this madness. Each contestant in the winning couple randomly picked from 2 envelopes, one which contained the $100,000 prize and the other nothing. Arenales got the full prize and chose to split it evenly with Espinal. Olandria Carthan and Nicholas Van Steenberga were the runners-up, and Huda Mustafa and Chris Seeley, who went through an awkward and emotional breakup during the finale, came in 3rd place. Iris Kendall and Jose Pepe Garcia Gonzalez placed 4th. The show's host, Ariana Madix, also announced that the entire cast of Season 7 will come together again for a New York reunion, which will be released on Peacock on August 25th, she said. A season of shake-ups and scandal. The show, an American spin-off to the UK series, has shaken up reality TV, becoming Peacock's most watched entertainment series on mobile devices, according to NBC Universal. It became a breakout success and captured mainstream attention last summer, and this season grew into a true cultural phenomenon. Love Island, Beyond the Villa, a new series spin-off, premiered Sunday and follows season SIX's main cast as they navigate relationships, life, and newfound social media fame in Los Angeles. This season also came under fire as 2 contestants, Sierra Ortega and Ulisao Escobar, left the villa following resurfaced posts in which they used racial slurs. Ortega, who was half of one of the season's strongest couples with Van Steenberga, left the villa just a week before the popular reality show's finale after old posts resurfaced that contained a slur against Asian people. Green and Besainth were the only couple to maintain a relationship throughout most of the show. A Dominican Cinderella story. The final 4 couples each went on dates during the last episode before the winners were crowned. Espinal and Arenales were given a photo book with pictures of each other throughout their lives, culminating with photos from their relationship during the show. The 2 bonded over family traditions. With you, I don't ever cry out of sadness. Every time I feel like a heightened emotion with you, it's always just like happy tears, Espinal said. The date ended with Espinal and Arenales taking a picture, a final memory from their time on Love Island, USA. The couple then made their relationship exclusive, noting they will only focus on each other when they leave the island. I feel like I'm a Dominican Cinderella when I'm with you, and I finally found my perfect glass slipper, Espinal said during their date. How Love Island USA works. Stripped of their phones and connection with the outside world, 5 men and 5 women arrive in the villa and coupled up based on initial romantic interest. Throughout the season, the show introduces a steady stream of bombshells, new contestants who are brought in to disrupt existing relationships and build new storylines. Contestants are routinely dumped from the villa, removed either by a public vote or by the islanders themselves. Under constant surveillance, contestants partook in kissing competitions, heart rate challenges, and drama-inducing games ripe for viral moments. Halfway through the season, established couples were temporarily separated for Casa Amor, the show's ultimate test, and encouraged to explore new relationships with a fresh group of single contestants. Amaya and Bryan, from late arrivals to America's Sweethearts. Espinal made waves when she walked in as a bombshell early in the season and has been credited for some of the season's most viral moments. I never said I was perfect. I never said I didn't have any flaws. But at least I'm pretty, and at least I'm a little funny, and at least I'm my own best friend, Espinal sang to herself in the makeup room, which prompted various covers online and inspired a Google pop-up message when you search up her nickname, Amaya Papaya. The New York City native, who labeled herself a sensitive gangster, tested various connections, including Green, Austin Shepard, and Zach Sraka. That all fizzled out. Her previous partners on the show said Espinal, who is Dominican, expressed affection too quickly. A connection sparked between Espinal and Casa Amor contestant Arenales late in the season after he defended her, saying that coming from a Hispanic household, calling someone babe, mi amor, mi vida. That's just how we talk. Every time I talk to you, like my energy is up. I'm walking out smiling. That's what I want in my life, Arenales told Espinal during their final date. Espinal said Arenales lets her express her emotions freely, a difference from her previous connections, which she said made me feel misunderstood and as if the love I had to give to the world needed to be watered down, but every decision led me to find my personal Prince Charming. Arenales ended his speech by calling Espinal mi diabla, mi alma, y mi loquita, which translates to my devil, my soul and my madness.